Hello, and welcome once again to our Geek This Week, the YouTube unboxing series where I open boxes of comics that I have been purchasing since about 2000. Again, the gist is we have this spare bedroom where I'm recording right now. We want to turn it into my work from home office. But before we do that, we need to actually clean up all these comics. I made a pretty good dent so far, but still got more to go, so that means more content for you. Or just more content for me to talk to a camera as I open boxes of comics. So, with that said, we generally open boxes until I get to about 5 comics. Or rather, I should say 5 trades, 5 collections I'm going to buy. You get the gist. So, this is the latest episode, and I'm just going to dive right in. Let's see. So, I've got boxes to my right this time. I've been putting them to various sides. I realize you can't see. But let's just go with this one right here. Let's see what it is. Let's hopefully it's something good. Yeah, I'm sure it's something good. I bought it. I wouldn't buy something I wouldn't want to read. But anyway, let's open this one up. Oh, cool. I know you can't see it yet, but this is... What is this? Oh, it's Rusty Brown. I heard fantastic things about this book. I know I've been doing a lot of superhero books lately because I've been buying a lot of omnibus lately, or omnibuy, however you want to put it. So traditionally, I've been buying a lot of Marvel and DC. Yeah, I'm buying some Image stuff too, but the funny thing is my tastes lately have really run towards not the standard superhero comic, but other, more eclectic taste comics, more indie comics. So this is something I'd heard fantastic things of. I believe I saw it on a end of 22 maybe, or 2021 best of list for comics. So I saw it came up at a good price and I couldn't resist it, so I picked it up. So I think this is what it is. Yep. So once again, number 1 this week is the Rusty Brown collection. And this is by, this is not as easy to read. Well, I'll put it in the description below. But Rusty Brown. I'm sure it says here, but I have old eyes. Looking forward to reading that. Let's open up another box here. I think that's a movie. Let's see. You know what? We're just going to open it. And if it's a movie, it's a bonus. So, I know these are perforated, but it's just easier sometimes to cut it. Nope. That's hilarious. So just flash this up here real quick. It's not a comic book. It's actually a compact disc. Yes, I occasionally still buy compact discs. For those who can't see it too well because of all the glare, it's a live Erasure CD. I think it's... I can't remember. It's a live CD from 2018. Let me see if I can read it here. This is... World Be Live or something like that, I think it is. Yeah, World Be Live. What do you know? I can actually see. So, nothing to do with comics. I'm just going to put that aside. I thought maybe it was a movie, but let's see here. All right, this one over here. Knocking them over. Let's get this one out of here. All right, so if number 1 was Rusty Brown, then number 2 this week, which you may have already seen a flash on the screen, is one of my favorite characters, Midnighter, from Wildstorm. It's the Wildstorm Classic, Midnighter. It is the complete Wildstorm series by Garth Ennis, Keith Giffen, Chris Sprouse, and Carl Story. I love the Midnighter. I get that he's just some people call him just a homosexual, augmented human Batman that's more violent. He's actually more than that. I really loved what he did or what Warren Ellis and Mark Millar did with him on, or even Dustin Nguyen and, what's his name? The guys that did The Authority, Coup d'etat, Brubaker. Thank you. Brubaker, I'm thinking myself. Anyway, love the Midnighter. He's a favorite character of mine. I bought some of his trades before, but this is his solo series, The Complete Midnighter from Old School Wildstorm. I won't go too much into it other than Wildstorm was my favorite comic book line ever. So I'm sad it's gone. I realize they're kind of incorporating elements of that into the current DC with Wildcats, and now it looks like the Outsiders are going to be basically a version of Planetary, but this is the original stuff. Well, actually, the Authority's the original stuff, but love this character. Looking forward to jumping into this book. So, Midnighter, The Complete Wildstorm series. That's number 2. You may have heard I had an avalanche of boxes. You know what? I'm going to grab this book. This one's way up here. And it's very heavy. Let's see what this one is. This is number 3. Well, freaking awesome. All right. This is one of my absolute favorite comics of all time. Why the Last Man by Brian K. Vaughan, Pia Guerra, Jose Marzan Jr., and Goran Suzuka. Hope I said those names right. This series, if you've never read it, you need to. I remember when the issues came out years ago, or heck, we're probably talking close to 20 years now. When they first came out, I don't know how Vaughn did it, but he seemed to end every single episode with a cliffhanger. And it's the greatest. Short version is this is the story of Yorick, or Y. He is the last man, him and his capuchin monkey, Ampersand. One day, all males of every species just die. And it deals with the repercussions of what happens in the world. A lot of interesting geopolitical discussion. For example, at the time of this book was published, Australia was one of the few countries that allowed women onto submarines. I don't know if that's changed, but because of that, Australia kind of became a very strong naval power in the Pacific because they had submarines that worked. So they were able to sneak up on people and stuff and, basically do what submarines do. Anyway, that's just one of the things I love about this book. There's a lot of discussion about, sex roles, gender roles, that kind of thing. And just really what would happen to society. Like, it's post-apocalyptic. What would happen if suddenly all the males of all species were gone? Fantastic book. I'm so happy that I have this omnibus. I'm gonna tear through this. So, number 3 this week, Why the Last Man omnibus. I hope none of that falls. That was 1, 2, 3. So we got 2 more to go. Let's grab this box up here. Another box. I purposely, I try not to show the label just because y'all don't need to know where I live. Knowing that I'm in Michigan is probably enough. Knowing that I'm in West Michigan is probably more than enough. You don't need to know any more than that. Alright, let's see. This is... Oh my god, I forgot I bought this. Again, I think I mentioned in a previous episode, I'm really into like indie books as of late. I know I'm opening a lot of, Wildstorm, yes, he's as far as Midnighter, that is definitely a superhero book. But so far, Rusty Brown, and then Why the Last Man, and now Wake, The Hidden History of Women-Led Slave Revolts by Rebecca Hall, illustrated by Hugo Martinez. I'm really looking forward to reading this. I like to learn about U.S. history, all history really, but a lot of it that, is not necessarily as popularized or something we covered in grade school. So this is a great thing. In fact, I'm going to set this aside. I'm reading this like tonight. Not all of it, but I'm going to jump into it. So anyway, Wake, The Hidden History of Women-Led Slave Revolts by Rebecca Hall. Super excited to read this. Again, it's It's an indie book. I don't even know who publishes it, I should say. Looks like Simon and Schuster. So, looking forward to tearing through this. Fantastic. That is number 4. Right? 1, 2, get Rusty Brown. 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more and call it a day. Let's see what this one is. I don't know what it is. That's the whole point of this. Let's see. This one is... Oh, fucking sweet. Okay. So, not a lot of superhero books this episode. This is Darth Vader hardcover. This is by Sully, Camincoli, Orlandini, and Curiel. Basically, what I've done is I don't know if they put this into an omnibus yet, but basically they've done a few different Darth Vader series through Marvel that are Star Wars books, obviously. And every time they have a new creative team, they kind of end the series, and then they reproduce it, obviously, in trade, but they've also been releasing these hardcovers, which are like 3 or 4 trades. And I started buying the collections that way. I think I got the first 2 from the first volume, and then the next 2 from the next volume. So I've gone back and purchased some of these as well. So eventually I'll have a good chunk, if not all the series, the various Darth Vader series in hardcover. So looking forward to reading this. And I love the fact that so far I've opened 5. And not really any superhero comics other than Midnighter. But again, he's a bit different. So that's it. That's 5 this week. Again, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you do, go ahead and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment below if you'd like. I've got more comics to open, so I'll be making more episodes until those are done. So, thanks for watching.